Hello everybody, my name is Xuul, and welcome to another episode of the Skyrim Mods Showcase. In today's episode, we're going to be doing something a little bit different. This is something I don't normally do on the channel. We're going to be looking at 3 awesome armor mods. And these aren't just any armor mods, these are some really cool female-only armor mods. So without further ado, let's get started with our first mod, the Battle Mage Armor Female. This is a really cool armor that combines plate and cloth armor to create a Battle Mage style armor. What this is, for those who aren't familiar, is kind of like a cleric armor in my mind. It's where you use a weapon in one hand and a spell in the other, and it combines the aesthetics and the kind of cloth look of a mage with the protection of actual plate armor. One thing I really like about this armor is the little trinkets and things on the belt, and the fact that, well, it actually looks like it's armor and not some weird skimpy nonsense, which is kind of nice. This armor comes in several different colors, including blue, black, and green, and overall it is really good. It is highly detailed. There seems to be so much little detail into this mod. You can almost see the stitching in the cloth. Overall, it just looks great, and I see no reason why you shouldn't download this mod if you are using it for a Battle Mage style playthrough. I mean, it's one of the best armors that I have seen in Skyrim in a long time. It almost makes me wish that I actually played using a female character, because this mod is just that good. Anyway, let's move over to the next mod. In a similar vein to the previous mod we just looked at, this is the Grace Darklings Ranger Armor, and this armor looks very similar, but it's for kind of a Ranger style playthrough as opposed to a Battle Mage. It's got some very high details once again, but it goes with more of an Archer playthrough. You have some nice kind of chain link skirt that comes down. It seems to give you good mobility. It looks very realistic. The armor itself doesn't look crazy. It doesn't look like fantasy armor. It's got some nice earthy colors, which you would kind of expect for somebody who's, you know, ranging out in the wild, waiting to ambush people on the road. And overall, it just looks good. It looks like some really awesome, serious Ranger armor for this serious and awesome Archer. I combined this with a bow, and I used the Chesco mod that puts the quivers near the bottom here just to make the drawing look a little bit better. And overall, it just looked absolutely amazing. If you're doing a Ranger playthrough, this is something that I would highly recommend. Once again, this mod has incredible details when it comes to the armor, especially the main piece of the armor where every individual link looks really good. The hood also looks good. I like the green kind of leafy colors there. I imagine this would be a really awesome armor to use with a kind of a wood elf kind of roleplay playthrough, because this just seems to me like the armor that one of them would have, especially since they spend so much of their time hunting out in the wilderness. The next mod we're going to be looking at is the Raven Witch Armor. This is perhaps one of my favorites of these sets, just because it's so versatile, and it goes with so many different playstyles. The one that you can see here makes you look like a powerful, evil sorceress, or perhaps some sort of high noble with some ancient magics that she can wield. It actually reminds me a little bit of the Mistborn novel series, if you've read that, kind of how a mist cloak would look on some of the nobility. But by just changing a couple pieces of armor that you're wearing within this exact same set, you can turn the armor into something like this. Just a basic jerkin, which will protect you from blows. You know, it's just would go really well with kind of a fencing playstyle. Just a basic soldier with some really nice detailed armor. It reminds me just a tiny little bit of Arya Stark here. You can see I have like a nice little rapier blade there, because I thought that went really well with the armor. The cloak that this armor has looks great. It has high detailed feathers. It has this big raven plume. It looks fearsome. It's got to be one of the best parts of this. A lot of the cloaks that you see in this game, you know, they're kind of just cloth or fur, but I think this one with the big plume there, it just really makes you look fearsome. I mean, would you really want to run into somebody who looks like this while walking around a dark street at night? I wouldn't, because this is somebody who looks like they are going to cut me up and kill me. Or, you know, suck my soul out because they're wearing some strange raven demon mask. Speaking of the mask, it looks great. It's highly detailed. It's kind of like a masquerade mask, and I just think it really adds something, although it doesn't work with the beast races from what I could tell, so that is something to keep in mind. It looks really good, and it goes good with that little plume of raven feathers that I was talking about earlier. I can think of some actually good role-playing value coming from just this armor because it just looks so awesome. But of course the armor does look good on its own without that there. It's kind of hard for me to actually just sort of explain my thoughts here because really the visuals do much more than the voiceover in videos like this. You can see in the armor, I'm pretty sure you can make up your mind and decide whether or not you're going to download it. I'm a big fan of it, but I'm basically just blathering here so that I can have an excuse to put in some more footage of these mods, because they're awesome. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you like the mods, please download them and give them an endorsement over on the Nexus. If you have any words of advice to improve my attempt at covering Armour mods, which is something I don't normally do on the channel, leave a comment down below, and leave a comment if you'd like to see something else. Anyway, thank you very much. I've been Xuul. I hope you have an excellent day. Enjoy the music.